a medical problem. And I trained as a doctor. Many of you may know this, may not know this. I've trained as a doctor almost 50 years ago. I graduated from the University of Singapore, started a medical group that, thank God, became the largest medical group in Singapore at that time. When I was called by God to serve Him full-time as a pendeta, I left my job as a doctor. I sold my practice. It was a large practice. I sold it to the largest group, medical group in Singapore at that time. Many of you may be familiar with the name Mount Elizabeth Hospital. They took over, bought my group. And then after that, that was 25 years ago. After that, though I was no more in active medical practice, I continued to help doctors, advise them, and I was involved with the medical field more as an advisor. And until last year, I was still the chairman of one of the largest medical organizations in Singapore. Why am I telling you all this? To tell you that that's what he had. After the COVID-19 becomes serious, it becomes pneumonia. Cannot breathe. Then he died from pneumonia. Okay, so what have you learned from these little things I've just said to you? Number one, there are thousands, millions of people going around and spreading, giving to us. We don't know. And we may be spreading. We don't know. Until you realize, my opong just died. Kenapa? Why? Oh, tinggi. Banyak people with coronavirus. Banyak. Why? Orang Singapore tak tahu cuci tangan, tak tahu pakai face mask. No, nothing to do with that. Orang Singapore weak, so they get sick. No. They test, that's all. So when you see a country at a number, I hope you understand, low data doesn't mean low coronavirus. It means low testing. That's all. Okay? Tak cukup test. Mahal. Now, two reasons government don't want to do too much testing. One is mahal. And one is malu. Alright? Right? I'm talking as a doctor now, okay? The virus will continue spreading more and more as one person passes to another and pass. Until and safe. So how long would that take to discover the vaccine? As a doctor, I tell you, okay? My guess, minimum 2 years. After the 2 years, let's say vaccine discovered, good one, safe, you have to produce juta every day, because you have to give people the vaccine. That will take time to produce. Then you have to take and inject satu. How many juta orang in Indonesia? How long will that take to vaccinate everybody? Long time. How much money will cost? Banyak. So, how many more years? 2 years to get the vaccine. Produce it. Banyak. Maybe 1-2 years. Vaccinate everybody. What can we do in the 4-5 years? Not much. Cuci tangan. Make sure your hand is clean. Don't touch things. And then touch your nose, touch your eye, touch your mouth. You get the virus. That's number one. Number two, pakai mask. Good mask, not just build a kain mask. No, proper doctor's mask, surgical mask, N95. Minimum. How many masks in Indonesia ada? Not in many N95 masks. All sold out. Then after you pakai mask, you still have to be distanced. If you have the virus, if I have virus, when I talk, softly, talk soft. 1 meter you have to stay away. Because the virus, and then jatuh on the floor. And jatuh after 1 meter. If I talk loud, maybe 2 meters. If I go to church, I sing, hallelujah, 3 meters. The virus, lari everywhere. I breathe. Kena my mata, enter my mouth, I kena. So, what will happen? People will stay away from one another. Have to, no choice. Even if church buka, orang takut, I must do right. I know I won't be popular with this. I know many will say, this man, don't trust God. God can remove. I know God can remove. But maybe God has a reason for allowing COVID-19 training. From my understanding of medicine, it's not, the virus will not just go away. It will spread. From my training, producing a vaccine is very difficult. Very difficult, especially with a new virus. So I'm just telling you, we must know, do our best, and then trust God to do the rest.